Hi, this is Phyllis. Welcome back again to my channel. Today's project is this simply strung beaded chain. I'm making a project this week with Off the Beaded Path, and I'm going to just wanted to make a chain to attach to my pendant. So if you like what you see, stay tuned for my materials list and we will make this chain together. The materials for today's project are 2 size 8 seed beads, and I'm using the Matubo Labrador color. I need 2 size 11 seed beads. I'm using my contrast color in metallic. It's a nickel color and it's the TOHO brand. I'm using turquoise color in Miyuki. I'm going to use my 15 by 9 millimeter Lobster Claw, my 10 millimeter twisted jump ring that I have already closed with my pliers, which you may need. I'm using my stainless steel wire guardians, and these also are stainless steel. I'm using my 6-pound fire line in the crystal color, a size 10 beading needle, my scissors, as far as thread, 3 yards, 2 to 3 yards of thread, depending on how comfortable you are with the length and the reinforcement of your chain. So if you liked my picture of my project and my intro, gather your materials and we will get started. Today's project is a simple stringing project. I have made one of these chains before on my channel, but not exactly like this. So today we're going to start off just by a succession of beads that's so simple, and you can change it up any way you want, but I'm starting off because with these, remember we have the 2 size 8 seed beads. I'm going to start and end my stringing with the size 8 seed bead, but in between I'm going to do 5 of my color, my turquoise beads, and a metallic. 5 more, and a metallic. And that's all. String as many of these as you want to make the length of your necklace. And when you're finished, at the other end, when you have the length that you want, instead of putting on a size 11 metallic, you're going to put on your final size 8 seed bead at the other end. And when I get my 18 inches of bead strung on, I will be back to show you what I have. I have my beads all strung, and I should not have told you to string on 18 inches of beads if you're making an 18-inch necklace. My clasping with the wire guardians is going to be a little more than an inch, and I strung on 17 inches of beads, and I didn't count the sets of them, but as I told you, we started with an 8/0 metallic bead and we ended with an 8/0 metallic bead. And now I'm going to just add my clasp. I'm stringing on my wire guardian, and I'm going to pass it into the first hole of the wire guardian and go all the way around to the second hole, holding my finger on the groove so that my thread can rest in there. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to just hold on to it, and because I have a significant length of thread on my needle, I'm going to just bring it. Oh boy. Man, I got a really messy mess over here. Okay, let's see. And what I actually did was I put a needle on the other end, because what I want to do is just have it already threaded on when I get ready to end that tail thread. So I'm going to just bring my beads down so that I'll have just enough for my tail thread. I'm going to leave about 6 inches on the other side, and I'm going to leave the rest of this length, which I think is about 3 yards, on my working thread. And now here we go. I'm going to bring my thread all the way down to meet these seed beads. I'm going to put my lobster claw on there and let it fall into the wire guardian. After I untangle myself, I'm going to let it fall into the wire guardian, and I'm going to pinch the wire guardian so that the clasp stays right there in place. And I'm just going to do a tail thread check. Yep, I'm doing good. And I'm going to just pass my needle back into this size 8 seed bead and pull the thread down. And now the next part is just too simple. Like I told you, this is simple stringing. Simple stringing. I'm going to string on 5 of my turquoise seed beads, and just pass the needle now into the next metallic bead. That's all. Just do that all the way down. String on 5 of your main colors and pass through the contrast color. And I'm going to do this, and when I get to the other end, I will turn the camera back on. I've reached the other end of my chain, and I've strung on my 5 seed beads, and I'm going into this size 8 seed bead, and this here we are at the other end. So what do you think we're going to do? So of course, this is my tail thread here, and I'm getting it out of the way because we're going to do the same thing that we did on the other end. At this point, we're going to string our wire guardian and pass the needle into both holes of the guardian. Okay, let's see. Let's get clear here. And when I pull my needle in, I'm just going to hold my finger on the wire guardian so that the thread stays in the groove. And pull down. And while here, I'm going to put my jump ring on and let it rest in the horseshoe of the guardian, and take my other hand here and just squeeze it so that the jump ring does not come out. And I'm going to pull down on it, and I'm going to pass my needle into, just get that tail thread out of the way. I'm going to pass my needle into this size 8 seed bead, and we're going to pull this down and get rid of all of the thread slack, and this is what we have. This is it. So what do you think we're going to do now? We are going to string on 5 seed beads of the turquoise color, and we're going to go back down the other way. We're going to make our way back to the other end of this chain, and just keep going. It's just simple stringing, and that fills it in. So this is what we have. That's the look of it. We've got 3 in there. We could possibly put 4 passes of the 5 turquoise seed beads, but I don't think I'm going to need it. I think that's going to be thick enough with the pendant that I'm going to put on there. I'm making a pendant from my favorite, well, one of my favorite beading teachers, Mrs. Kelly Dale. She's doing the summer, the Shapes of Summer series, and this week we're making a pendant, and I'm just making a chain to go with my pendant. So this is what we do. We pass our needle all the way down, string 5 of your main color seed beads, and pass it into the next metallic all the way down. And after that, it's just a matter of reinforcing the clasp again. And if you want to make another pass of the 5 seed beads coming back the other way, if you have enough of them, or if you feel like this isn't filled in enough, then you can do 4. And also you can do as many seed beads in the middle of the metallic as you want to. This is just a guide. You make your own designs based on the guide that I'm giving you here, okay? When I come back on, when I pop back on, I will have finished doing all of my stringing and my reinforcements. Here we go. All this thread tangled up and I'm making a mess. Anyway, I'll see you when I'm done with this, okay? Thanks. I have completed all of my reinforcing, my knot tying, my everything that I'm going to do to this chain, and here it is. It's simply beaded, simply strung beaded chain. It's cute. It's going to match the colors of the pendant that I'm doing. This is only a part of the pendant, but I'm going to make sure that I'll show you all the, I don't know, I'll do a short and show you all the finished look when I get it all done. And I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me to make this simply strung beaded chain. See you next time.